Burger days,
They ring
dude.
a bell. They go ching ching, and then some Anthony build comes out and is like, "Is there something?" And they go, "Yeah, steak."
They have a bowl.
Like the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Oh, well, thank you very much for the slam. Yeah, thank you. I go back into my dish pit. Thank you very much. Oh.
We're about to cause a ruckus with the community.
I got beat up by a special ed. Hold on, bitch.
Hey, tell me if this counts as bullying, okay?
Even like in a silly goose time, I'm practicing stage presence. Welcome to the Bad Neighbor Podcast. Can I have a little bit? Is this your Red Bull? You have an entire
It's mine.
gallon of tea.
It's my Red Bull.
Can I have just a sip, jail style?
Have you ever called her Ama?
Yeah. That's all I would call her.
Wait, your mom or your grandma? You call her Ama?
Yeah.
Damn, she like accommodated that as a white woman?
Yeah. Think about it. My grandma's
My
grandma's Mexican, and she raised me. She was like, "Oh, tu mamá." Like just say like, "Oh, tu mamá vas a bien para ti."
What?
Whatever.
No, say that.
Tu mamá vas a bien para ti.
Okay, I'm not trying to clown you, dog.
I know my Spanish isn't good.
No, I don't know what you're saying.
What's he saying?
I don't know. It's slow down.
Tu mamá vas a bien para tú.
Vas a bien? What are you trying to say in English?
Your mom's gonna come for you right now. Right?
Tu mamá va a venir por ti.
I was close. I'm just saying, dude.
What was he saying?
I wasn't really saying.
I couldn't.
Hey, I sound legit though.
You
To
did.
these fools, I sound
fell
like
for it. I
yeah,
fell for it. You're the people I avoid taking the orders at Chipotle.
yeah.
Wow.
What?
That is.
That's not racist. I just don't. I can't understand it.
Yeah.
I just looked over at Nathaniel. Just a bunch of crumbs.
Check.
Oh my bad. I
you
can't
eating?
understand
Come
them.
on, dog.
And like half the people who come to the mall don't speak English, so I have to ask like a manager who's bilingual to take their order.
How has back to school week been for you as as an employee at the mall?
It's pretty bad. It's really bad. There's a lot of people for sure.
Check.
Sorry, my toes hurt. Sorry, should probably put my feet
I thought you
down
got fired from Chipotle.
I thought I did, and what happened was, I missed an entire shift. Right, it was 4 hours long, and then I text my boss and I say I'm really really sorry, and she texts back, "You were gone."
Oh, you snitched on yourself.
She didn't even know I was not supposed. She didn't even know I was supposed to be there.
Right.
Yeah.
They didn't realize that 6'7" cashier that they usually have on Monday wasn't there. That tells you how many friends I've made at Chipotle. No one
dude.
even noticed that I was gone.
Just have homies clock in for you now.
Yeah, I should. Well,
This
like I
isn't a
just said,
science
I don't
class in
have any
college.
homies to
Damn,
clock in.
dude.
Oh, yeah. Do you want to clock in for Chipotle? Abby?
I'm alright. Just fucking, I walk in, I was like, "Hey, I'm Nathaniel."
Dude,
Webb."
You're always
would
bagging for
love
extra
to.
cash.
I'll do it and I'll wear your exact uniform.
You wear the habit hat. And you
No, I'll wear your Chipotle hat, your Chipotle shirt, really small, not fitting, and then just be like, "Hey, what's up? I'm Nathaniel Webb."
Yeah,
They
it's
love
like,
that.
"Hey, how you guys doing?" Just walk in like nothing.
And then just open the register and take all the money and then leave.
No, it's just Anthony's
Is that the first thing your
I'll
head went
take-
to, Julian?
I'll take all the
Nice.
pollo asado before I take the
I was-
fucking.
The
Dude,
sofritos?
they overturned it. It's gone.
What?
It's gone.
It-
Starting
dude,
today,
I
the
literally
pollo
was-
asada at Chipotle is gone.
It's
no
overturned.
way!
Yeah.
I was at Chipotle on Saturday and it was still there.
I
was
had
at
3
the last of
customers
it.
break up in tears in front of me when they heard the news. I had to break the news to so many people today.
How did you say it to like? So if I went up and I was like, "Hi, can I have a burrito with
yeah.
pollo asado?"
Oh,
With chicken meat?
I'm sorry. I can't believe you hadn't heard yet, but we.
What? Tell me what?
Can you grab a towel? We overturned it. It's gone. They'll be like, we don't have the pollo asada at Chipotle anymore.
You don't have the what?
the pollo asada.
Pollo what?
Hold on, there's somebody behind you. Hey, can you shut the fuck up?
Hey,
I'm
so-
breaking the news to this fella. Okay, hold on. I'm sorry. We don't have any more.
Go ahead, Julian.
I didn't have anything to say.
Oh, you were gonna say something to Marcus right now.
I was just gonna say, hey, Marcos.
What?
I just like that you're always have food stuff on your head.
Yeah, we go through this every week.
Yeah. You got Pizza Planet this week.
It's Prime Pizza. Actually, it's a very good pizza place in LA.
Is that where you guys saw Brendan Schaub?
No, we saw Brendan Schaub at Brooklyn Pizza Wagon or some shit. Pizza Wagon of Brooklyn.
In New York?
No, it's like their LA one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
You glad that you interrupted their bit
So
now?
fucking Pollo Asada's gone, guys.
I
huh?
know.
Damn it. What was it? What was a Pollo Asado? Was it just chicken?
I hate it because it has like onions and like garlic and cilantro in it.
It's
So
just-
it has like fixins in it?
It's just
Yeah.
regular chicken, except it has fajita garlic and something else seasoning. It's kind of spicy a little bit. I loved it. It was so good. We had to throw it away at the end of the night. We threw it away.
Uh-huh.
So what I do is when the manager goes back in, I fill up like 4 of the large queso tubs full of pollo asado, and I put them in my apron, and then I took them home. And I can't do that anymore because they got rid of it.
Can I admit something to you guys?
Go ahead.
So on my last shift, what was it, like Thursday?
At
work?
Chipotle?
No, at my job now. Don't say where it's at because you get fired for this shit. I took a chicken sandwich that someone literally had one bite out of, took it off the plate and put it in my apron and saved it. I ate it when I went to go take the trash out.
You knew it was a child, though.
It was like
Who takes one bite out of
How
a
many
sandwich and stop?
how many bites did it take you to finish it?
Like 3-4. I had to eat it
Um,
quick.
May I?
Go ahead.
When I was at
Go ahead.
Denny's.
When I was at Denny's,
Yep.
I was a dishwasher, and I had to go bus tables, and there was you know the smash burgers at Denny's,
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
a double cheeseburger. Someone
Oh,
took
yeah.
like it was like 2 bites, dude. So I just did the same thing, put it in my dishwashing apron, and saved it for later.
Hell
And
yeah.
not later lunchtime, later after, like, I got off at 3 a.m. and I'm driving home in my Dodge Dakota and I have no heater and it's fucking 20 degrees outside and I'm eating an old cheeseburger from
Shivering.
some random person.
Shivering.
I do that regularly now because at the well we have to clean up everything after shows. What was it? Not the last Friday, but the one before that, we had a show. I had at least 20 Sidewinder fries, half a chicken burger. Obviously, I don't finish their drinks because that's gross, but I have so much.
There's one bite missing out of this chicken wing.
Because if there's like 3 or 4 bites, I just cut in half and eat the rest of the burger. And then they always have extra fries. What else do they sell there? Chicken wings. If there's extra wings, I'll eat those too.
Okay, so that's 3 of us. Like, you've never,
I don't think so.
not even in your hungriest moment.
Have you seen someone take a bump and then you're like, I'll just do it after his, not even clean the pipe off? But this is back in your old days, obviously.
I don't know.
I did that and I was like, if someone found, because I was like chilling with it in my apron for like an hour,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like walking, throwing dishes back, putting wherever, and I fucking like you could tell there's something in my pocket because my apron was a little sideways. I was like chilling down a little bit, so I was like worried. I was like, dude, someone's like, yo, what's in your pocket? And I just pulled out a fucking half-eaten chicken sandwich.
I made friends with the cooks at Denny's, and they had the bowl of the food that didn't go out, that got in the fryer, the leftover chicken, the chicken. The order just needed 5 chicken tenders. They had 2 extras, and that bowl of just random fixins. Right?
Yeah.
They'd always throw extras in there for me. They'd make me full. They made me one time a full bacon slam burger, and they put it in there for me. And I just went by and I picked up that little bowl, took it to the back, and
cried directly. Oh, sorry.
no, I washed dishes and I would eat it like as I was washing dishes.
That's
Like,
what I
and
do.
It's just disgusting.
Whenever someone comes through Chipotle and the customer goes, you know what, I don't want it anymore, and then they leave, they always call me. It doesn't matter if I'm in the dish pit or I'm somewhere else. They go, Nathaniel, burrito, and I go, ooh. So I wrap it up, cover it in tinfoil, and I eat it throughout my shift. And I just keep going back there. I take a bite, come back, take
nice.
someone's order. Everyone knows me as that guy now. Like I'll literally eat whatever no one finishes.
The cooks like at my job like will bring me like stuff. Like if they like overcook some shit or whatever,
Yeah.
they'll just like slide me the leftovers. It's super nice.
There's this guy that came through and wanted a quesadilla, and we put it out. We put the cheese, we put the chicken down, we put the steak down. It's all warm, and he goes, "Can I have other stuff on it?" And I'm sorry, we can only put meat on the quesadilla. And he goes, "No, I want more things on that." And I go, "I can't. Sorry, those are the rules." And then he leaves. I just fucking wrap that up.
Wait, who did this?
Put it in my pocket.
Who did this?
Just a customer. Don't you dare.
A customer?
I talked to Anthony on the way there, and I made an observation that I've had 5 Indian people. Only Indians. They ask for the same thing. They want more on their quesadilla.
How do they ask for it?
Dude,
Don't do it. Don't fucking do it.
that's the only one I can do pretty good.
Wait, they want more on the quesadilla other than meat?
They always do that.
They want like a fucking
only
falafel or what?
Indian. Yeah, it must be like it must be a meal that's like common to their
They
race
wanted like
or
a
something.
pita. They wanted like a pita sandwich.
That's
or
exactly
something,
what
right?
They're all
Anthony
put the
said.
fucking
Yeah.
beans in there. And they're
So,
just
hey, can you put the fucking gabagool in there? Whatever the fuck they put on
And it's
that
every
shit, right?
time. It's every time. They go, "Can you put more on it? Can you put fajita and pico de gallo?" And I'm like, "I'm sorry, I can only put meat on this." And they go, "Forget it." And then they walk out. Of the, I'm like, "You fucking asshole!" I'm like, "This is."
they're just trying
Hey,
to
how
customize their shit.
crazy is that? Like in the middle of your like, I never really thought about that until you brought it up. Like you brought it up a couple times. It's like people just being like, "No, never mind," and then just walking
That's
away.
so weird.
It's insane.
That's so weird. Like, why are you gonna just order this entire thing and be like,
That's like a restaurant, like going to a restaurant, ordering food, and then as the waiter's bringing it out, you see it, and you're like, "No," and then you just get up and walk away.
yeah, no, it's not good.
My mom's done that one time.
Are you serious?
I was so
Oh
embarrassed.
my god!
I said, "Why did you
no,
do this?"
No, yes.
She was
Have you guys ever? Oh, go ahead.
My mom's crazy for 3 things. For 3 things, my mom goes crazy for, and it's Tapatio, A1 sauce, and
I'll
Taco
give her
Bell
that.
hot sauce.
Wait,
I'll give her
what?
that. I'll give her that.
A1 sauce,
Fire.
Tapatio, and Taco Bell hot sauce. She always has those 3 things on her at all times because she puts it on everything. I remember we went to a restaurant, I forget what for, and the waiter came in and handed her an entire steak. And my mom goes, "Can you get me some A1 steak sauce?" And the waiter goes, "I'm sorry, we don't have any." And she goes, "Are you serious?" And she's like, "I'm sorry, we don't have any anywhere." "Actually, I don't think I can eat this steak. I really don't." I'm like, "Mom, are you serious?" She's like, "I don't think I can't eat it without A1 sauce." And the waiter's like, "Do you want me to take it back?" She goes, "That would be so great." She picked it up, took it back, and she got a chicken sandwich instead. I was like, "You fucking crazy woman. That took 45 minutes to cook." Thankfully, there's got to be a dishwasher back there that looks like Anthony
yeah.
that just goes, and shoves
I'm
the
not even
entire
a dishwasher. He's the actual
I'm a
dishwasher.
dishwasher.
And you go after me, you fucking asshole.
Because you just did the Denny story. I'm sorry.
Dude, that was back
I'm
in
living
my
this life now.
that was back in my Slamburger days,
They ring
dude.
a bell.
That
They
was,
they go, ching ching, and then some Anthony build comes out and is like, "Is there something?" And they go, "Yeah,
they
steak."
have a bowl.
You
A bowl.
like the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Oh, well, thank you very much for the slam. Yes, thank you. I go back into my dish pit. Thank you very much. Oh.
Have you guys ever dined and dashed?
Yeah,
You guys are fucking terrible people.
it was on accident.
It wasn't my fault.
it was on accident.
Yeah,
It wasn't
how did we end up back at my house? Were we supposed to pay for that?
it was at the Kern River Brewery, and it was me and my dad. We ate
that
like
place
Oh, that
sucks.
place is good.
huge
That place
burgers. It was
sucks.
delicious. We were so
it's so
nice.
mid.
We were so nice to the waiter. We're like, "You're the best. Thank you so much."
Wait, which Kern River Brewery? The
And
one
then
out
we
here?
just said,
Oh, the one in Montana.
There's 2 of them. There's one in actual Kern Valley. That one's really good.
"That's
That's the only one I've been
the
to.
one that's 2 hours away."
Yeah.
We went to that one. And we're like, "God, that was good. All right, let's get out of here." And it wasn't until 30 minutes on the road, my dad goes, "Holy shit, we forgot to pay." And I go, "Oh, really? I didn't even notice." And we pay him through Venmo, and we
Oh,
gave her a
did
big
you?
tip. Yeah.
That's cool.
So that's
I-
what white people do when they dine and dash. They go, "Oh no,
My
let's
brother,
call him."
My brother was getting his windows tinted at Mercado Latino, and fucking we're over there.
You
and-
dine and dash a car shop.
No. We're at one of the little restaurants there eating outside.
That's just robbery at that point.
we're eating tacos at one of the little restaurants there outside.
Mhm.
So we're just chilling, and we're done. The lady came and got our food, like took our plates from us, and she would like never brought us the check. We sat there for an hour waiting for her to bring us the check, and my brother was like, "Fuck this, she ain't coming back." So we just got up and left.
And then as you got up, the narcos came in, and then they.
Nobody came.
No,
We
the-
ate
yeah,
a
the
lot.
second
Too.
you left-
We ate like a lot too. Like me and my brother each put down like 8 tacos.
No.
Each. Yeah.
She kicks open the swinging door right as you guys leave and goes, "I got it."
I
Oh.
feel bad. Like my brother was like, I feel bad, but hey, she never came back.
That's bad. Yeah, that's
You
bad
couldn't have
service.
just left your credit card there and walked away.
That's bad
You
service.
We had to go
Fucking
pay for the
assholes.
window tint.
Oh yeah.
That's true.
That was the same day my brother told me he was marrying this one chick too. I was like, why are you gonna marry this chick you knew for 2 months?
What?
Are they married now?
No, they're divorced. They went through a very nasty divorce.
See, he should have paid that woman.
I
Are his
know.
windows still tinted?
Yeah, he actually crashed that car a week when he moved up to Oakland.
There's a
Damn.
bunch of bad endings for this fellow.
Bad
Feel bad for the
omens.
guy.
It's all right. He's doing better now. He's doing
I've
better.
dined and dashed from like a handful of.
Oh, but
Denny's.
we're pieces of shit.
I just like look at my buddies and I'm sitting there. I'm look at where I'm at in Denny's. I'm like, hey, I go, I don't ever have to fucking come here again. What do you guys think? I go, yeah, fuck it. Let's get the fuck out of here. And just walk out.
Yet you and I are getting Denny's after every bad neighbor show. So.
Yeah, I don't do it anymore.
You don't do it at home. You don't do it in your own town.
Oh, okay.
No, I used to do it all the time here. I did it at the
Why?
one on Buck Owens like 3 different times.
That one's terrible. I hate that one.
Or you know what's a good one too is I used to go to like the food order places and they just like leave food orders out there and you just go and grab it and just.
Weren't you
out.
telling me about that? It's like you always want to get a free meal. Go act like you're an Uber driver.
No, that was someone else I think, but
That might have
a
been
good
me.
one.
People steal from Chipotle all the time.
Really?
Yeah, they just like go pick up the bag and leave. I'm like,
Yeah.
It's insane. Like not in the mall, but other Chipotles, they just have a shelf.
Yeah.
And it has all the bags on it.
Yeah.
And I've seen a guy go in and then he had like holes in his shirt. I said, that's not an Uber pickup. And he just grabbed it and left and then never came back. And then some lady comes, she goes, my Uber pickup was supposed to be here. And I'm like, oh, sorry. Then we have to remake it. It's such a pain in the ass.
Well, the perfect scam though. I feel like if we're ever on the road,
Yeah.
one of us makes an order.
It's really
It goes in.
victimless. It's
Goes in.
victimless.
It is.
It's victimless.
Who
Very
are we?
victimless.
We're stealing money from this big ass. We're not even stealing. It's a. Okay, we're stealing. It's a fucking burrito, right? At
Yeah.
the end, we're stealing, but we're not. We're stealing. I mean, I get you, right?
So
it's like,
stealing, I like the way I always saw it
It is a victimless
was
crime
when you
it
steal
comes to food.
from corporations. It doesn't matter. They have that shit built into the insurance.
Yeah, it's a win anyway
Yeah.
for them. They're winning anyway.
Like they have like a certain amount of money that they know that they're gonna lose. You know what I mean? Like you go and steal from Walmart, like a pallet of
Oh,
TVs. Like there's no skin off their bone. They have more money than most countries.
Hey, but it's also cool because it's like a mystery box. When you steal from Chipotle, you don't know what you're going to get, which is kind of cool.
dude.
It's like getting the thing from Call of Duty Zombies. You're just like,
Yeah,
ding,
it's a
ding,
mystery
ding,
box.
ding, ding. You gonna get a queso and chips, or are you gonna get a full blown bowl?
You end up taking like a coworker party bag and it has like 18 burritos in it. And you're like, oh, score. Or you get
that's like getting the
This
ray
bag
gun.
has a gun in it. That'd be badass, dude. Kind of like people that go and buy pallets and they're like, "Oh, look, an NBA superstar shoe.
Yeah.
Oh, cool."
Do you guys ever have an uncle who did that shit?
My neighbors do that
They buy
currently.
the pallets.
pallet stuff?
Yeah,
Dude,
they
there's
buy
a
the
yard
pallets.
sale at my house every weekend. My neighbors do that shit every weekend.
My uncle bought a pallet from Home Depot once.
Was it good?
great. It was
Yeah,
really
it
good.
came with a bunch of Mexicans.
Yeah. They're all his drivers now.
dang it.
It's crazy that your mom did that with the steak, dude, because
I'll never forget it.
I
My
was
mom's
at
cold.
I was at Tahoe Joe's once.
Does your mom eat A1 steak on her like home steaks?
yeah, of course.
It's disgusting.
I love A1 sauce.
I was at Tahoe Joe's here in town. It's a steakhouse, and dude, it was like 8 or 9 years ago, and I was on a date with like a girlfriend, and I got a steak, and it was like all gristle, and I just remember like biting it and chewing the fuck out of it. And I did it for like 5 different bites, and I discreetly go like this and just like put it it's like under and just threw it on the bottom of the table. And then I did it end up I chewed half of it and I ended up like still paying for it and everything. I never said a word. Yeah. And I just threw it all on the floor, and that was their punishment. I was like, you guys got to pick this up, but I'm not going to say shit, and I'm still going to pay for it.
You're like feeding the dog, but you're like, oh, there's no dog.
Are you like a guy who can't send food back?
Yep.
Yeah, I have a problem with that. I don't like sending
It happened
food back.
just this past fucking Saturday.
People
Really?
at my work don't. I remember this one person, they wanted lettuce, and there was like barely any left, so there was frost at the bottom. So I basically scooped him an icicle. Fucking snow cone of salad, and I just dropped it on his. And he comes back, he's like, you just gave me ice. And I go, oh, really? Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't even realize. We just fucking throw the whole bowl away and then make him a new one. It's retarded.
God damn. What happened this past weekend?
You could have stopped that.
What do you mean?
You could have just stopped what you're doing and go refill your
I know,
fucking
what?
lettuce.
I didn't realize he was a prick, all right? I thought he would just eat his snow cone and be happy.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, that's bad.
I would have
customer
sent it
service,
back
dude.
too.
Ooh, I
You're
would've
just a
been-
piece of shit. You could have gone back 10
Yeah, if I would've-
seconds.
if I
Fill the
would've-
fridge.
Like if I would open it up and there's like 3 pieces of lettuce, I wouldn't even noticed. But like if I open it up and there's an icicle, a fucking snow cone on my Chipotle.
No,
thing,
legit. If I saw you this white boy, scooping ice and putting it on
obviously
my bowl,
privileged.
I would say something right then and
I
there.
get a scraper and I go,
That's what's crazy that he
No
didn't
lies
say
off
anything
the
right
side.
there.
I know.
I'm like, this was he on his phone? Like, what
that
was he
guy
doing?
was a nice guy.
He was
actually.
obviously talking.
I know. Nathaniel was all, he's a prick. I was like, no, he's nice enough to let you slide, hoping you were going to fix it.
oh, I'm sorry.
Was there a shooting over there
You
at
guys
the
are
fucking
right.
mall not too long ago?
There will be now.
They're outside.
I'm gonna.
They're
Whoa.
they're usually outside.
I'm
Right outside the mall.
I'm
There's a lot of
outside.
alleys on the backside kind of
Oh,
near the theater and
Did
stuff.
you guys see what's his name? The dude who's signed a Top Dog from out here got his car broken into at the mall.
Who?
Zakari or whatever the fuck. The dude who has a song with Kendrick Lamar from.
Oh, the one from Ridgeview?
Yeah.
He went to
Oh.
Ridgeview High School?
He's
Yeah.
Mexican?
I
I think
don't
it's
know.
like half.
He looks. Like,
He's a singer, yeah,
yeah.
he is. But anyway, what happened to him?
How's he sing?
He was at Valley Plaza and fucking someone like smashed his window and took all his shit.
Dude, that's crazy. It's crazy that you mentioned that because my coworker's car got stolen 4 days ago. And he's like, I ride my bike to work. And I'm like, why? He goes, my car got stolen. I don't know what to do. And no one has found it. No tracks. No nothing. It sucks.
No tracks. Like it's a fucking like they have Jack Nicholson from Chinatown at the fucking Valley Plaza Mall.
There's people in the parking lot with huge magnifying glasses. Like,
Hey, what do you expect a fucking a detective to go swipe the floor and smell it? Go, he went east.
They have a Navajo out there like this with his ear to the fucking ground.
I can hear your call.
You can hear it. It's a Mustang.
I'm talking about the part where it has like a license plate that he knew and no one can find it. So that means someone stole it and buried it and is probably going to sell it. And
Just
so,
because you know your license plate doesn't mean it's going to be automatically found.
yeah, I mean, that helps.
Not really. Was it like a custom license plate?
No, it was just a license plate. That's why we have them. So we can find stolen cars.
No. They have license plates so they could find you, motherfucker.
Exactly.
A license plate is held on by 2 fucking screws.
You can take that shit off anytime you want.
Yeah, it's true.
If I'm going to steal a car, I think that's one of the first things I'm going to do is rip the goddamn license plate
What's the
off.
first thing you do?
But then you get pulled over.
Not really. You just say, damn, that shit just fell off, bro.
No, here's what you do.
You get in a high-speed chase.
Here's what
58.
you do. You go and you find, like, let's say you have a 2014 Kia Optima, right? And just a random car, you know. You go and you find
Thanks for clarifying.
another 2014 Kia Optima with the same color, and you just go and take those license plates, and now you have those license plates on yours. Those aren't reported missing,
Insane.
and it gets you going for a little bit. People print paper plates all the time too, and write them dirty, or they just write them dirty for a week, and they go steal another car, and they fucking crash that one and go get a different one, because they could get cars like that. That's what
Crazy.
happened. That's what happened when Carla got her car stolen.
Make it sound so easy.
It is. It's about as easy as it gets.
Here's a...
What do you? Sorry, real quick. Is there any Target for wanting to steal a car? Is it just by chance?
Let's just start locking my car.
Obviously, you're terrible at it. You have everything a la vista. Like, there's just everything
And your
out in
windows
the
aren't even
open.
tinted.
You leave computers in the fucking side.
My
like, it's just
computer.
everything, dude. So, the only time someone's ever broken into my car is when I let my buddy borrow my car and he left a bag in the back seat.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm so cautious about leaving anything in my car. What is a mark or what is a tail? Because I don't know if that happened to that car. But so what do you think it is?
I think there's like two kinds of people. They're either trying to get the shit out of your car or they're trying to get the car. So like depending on the person, you know what I mean? Like in the car, obviously like a Chevy Silverado, like 90s to 2000, you could start with a screwdriver, a hammer, and some vice locks. And like that's all you need to do. You know what I mean? And but other car, you know, you could do that with Tahoe, Suburbans, probably some Expedition shit. Hondas were notorious where you could like make fake keys and shit like that. And now it's the same thing too. They like either could do fake keys or fucking like jiggle keys or fucking there's like this thing on TikTok going around or something like that. Like you could rip the steering column down and like start it with the fucking charger, and that's what they're doing with the Kias and the Hyundais.
TikTok trend.
Literally.
Breaking in cars, not wire them.
Literally. And they were
What the fuck is that? Is that my somebody outside? Oh.
Let's go. Belterius.
no, but they do that too. Fucking like that's what's hot right now is stealing Kias and Hyundais.
In Hyundais?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same company.
Sheesh.
Is it?
Kia and Honda are the same company.
Yeah.
I remember when I first moved out here. So I was talking to this chick and she got her shit stolen just because she left like a gym bag in the back. Had nothing in it. It just had like shorts and shit.
The whole car got stolen?
Like her bag, like it got smash and grab.
Oh.
That's like big out here. It's smash and grabs.
It's easy. I used to go around and check locks, like check car like pop handles. You know what I mean? And just if they were open, it was like cool, free shit giveaway. Fucking got cologne, clothes, fucking weights. I had like 100 pounds of weights on my back one time and fucking
Fuck.
yeah. I go cool. I need dumbbells at the house. You know what I mean? I was like,
Imagine finding that and you're like, fuck yeah, I came up big, and then it's just like the biggest pain in the ass to carry around.
I
dude.
enjoyed it. It was cool. Like
100
it was like cool.
A
Like
100-pound weight
weights.
vest?
Dude,
No,
I
like
dropped
100
that. Dude, I dropped that shit
like 100 pounds of
immediately.
dumbbells. I put them in my backpack, and then
And
I
you just started by me walking
and
like
I was riding a bike, so I rode my bike and I'm fucking like. But
Were you ever scared that you were going to get caught by the guy who has dumbbells in the back of his car? Some ripped dude? Like,
It's probably not a rip dude.
yeah, I'm not too worried about
Any
it.
dude
it's
who
a guy
carries,
that looks like me.
yeah, any dude who, like I learned this. Any dude who's carrying like weights and shit like that
In their
car,
trunk, like
yeah,
like,
they're not
How bad do
a
you need?
workout
Yeah,
guy.
how bad do you need to do bicep curls?
Yeah.
that you need to have them in your trunk.
They're not. They're one of those guys who
It's
start
because they
going
have
to
an
the gym.
office job and they need to pump during
Yeah.
their lunch
Yeah,
break.
that's
Like,
what-
That's why I keep a dumbbell in my cup holder.
A lot
all
of
the time.
mail and stuff like that. People leaving. You'd be surprised what people leave in their cars. Everything in their cars.
Hey, you went in my car. You found like a pay stub.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a pay stub in there. Still.
Yeah, pay stub where you work. You know how much. Like if you really wanted to, you could get deep into it. You could steal identities. You could find out where they live. Find out where they're not. You know what I mean? And like you could do a lot of things. Like if you really wanted to get deep into it, you could lead it into home invasions. And I didn't do any of that stuff though.
God damn.
Good boy.
This is education.
You learn a
How
lot.
the fuck did we get here?
Well, I drove down 8th Street, and then I made
It's
a
all
right.
right. You went to therapy, Anthony? You're gonna tell us about your therapy session?
Yeah.
It's okay.
Are you guys all doing okay?
Yeah.
I'm doing
Doing
all right.
fine.
I'm doing all right.
Have you ever considered going to therapy?
Yes.
A couple
Any
times.
of you?
No, never.
Well, I know you know, but no, I'm just. Why have you not?
I'm always happy.
He's invincible.
I know he throws markers, and that's about it.
Yeah.
That's all the therapy he needs.
The only times I feel insecure when I'm next to Julian. That's it. I feel great
Wow.
all the time.
That's good.
Yeah. Never needed it. I know some bitches that needed it though, you know.
Like who?
Poor bitches.
Anyone I broke up with, really.
Oh yeah, because it was always them.
Yeah, they were the problem.
Yeah, he's 19
You're
years
such
old,
a
Anthony.
Chad,
He's not, did
Nathan.
you need? Oh well, okay, Anthony, you're probably the exception, right? Did you need therapy when you were 19?
Oh yeah, I probably thought I did.
You thought you needed therapy?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I was on top of the fucking world when I was 19. I was invincible.
No.
I could probably fucking stop a moving train.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, that's he's 19.
Yeah.
No.
Where's the train?
Could you imagine if your 19-year-old self was right here, right now, with like us?
Oh, dude, we would bully the shit out of him. That's for sure.
Out of me?
Yeah. Imagine if your 19-year-old self was here. How would that be?
I don't know. I don't even know.
In terms of if you were trying to be a comedian.
I don't even know. Like, I don't even know what I could tell. Like, I don't even know that guy.
Pre-cookie.
Think that's true, dude.
Like, I don't even know that guy. I don't
I-
even remember him. That was
I-
fucking 10 years ago. I don't even remember him.
I was in therapy today, and I was talking to my therapist about this feeling and this moment I've been having lately, where like I've just been to the Target on Rosedale, and I worked there for so long, and I'm just like walking around, and it's changed a lot, and instantly I'm taken back to those moments where it's like fucking 3 a.m. and I don't have a lot of money. I'm in school for fucking theater. I'm dating this chick. You know, and I'm fat at the time. I'm still fat. You know, it's like I'm driving this car, but still has AC. Like, you'll never be able to go back to that time, that moment in time where all of that is happening. You'll never, and it's not even that I crave it, but it's just I crave. I don't know if crave is the right word. The feeling, knowing that you'll never be able to go back to something, like time travel or go back to an instant. You can never go back to when you were 24. You can never go back to when you were 15 playing football. Like, you can never go back to when you were just a kid in high school waking up to go play football.
Right.
You know, I've been having that feeling a lot recently, and I told my therapist about it. I don't know. I just wanted to see what you guys thought about that kind of
I have
stuff.
that feeling all the time.
I was about to say that's interesting.
It's because feeling nostalgic. It happens all the time. Like when you have that feeling, you're like, holy shit. It's kind of deep in your heart. Like, oh my god. Like, kind of wish I was there at the moment, or not even that. Just sometimes you think about it and you're like, that's over. That's
Part of me
crazy.
goes back
it's never
to
coming back.
during the pandemic when I was 50 pounds heavier than I am now, and just watching comedians on YouTube or watching this and that, and being like, God, man, why the fuck why am I not doing any of this? Why am I just sitting here and doing nothing? And then fast forward to now, we're just sitting here, we're podcasting, and I had a snow cone, you know. So it's like, I'll never be able to go back to that moment where I didn't have this. It's always just forward.
But the way that you're saying it, like when you're saying like never, I could never go back to it. Like you want to go back to it. Like
there's part of me that wishes I could like pause and just go see what that was like in that moment, like experience it for a day and then come back.
I do that all the time.
You know,
like
with your knowledge,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
with, and then being like, to tell yourself something or to witness this relationship or to witness your psyche in that moment, what you were stressing about, and tell yourself, hey, dude, just hang in there. You know, something like that, maybe.
I do that
Right.
when I play video games. Video games are like my entire childhood. Like just today, I bought Lego Batman, the video game, on my computer, and I played it for 10 minutes.
I don't think that's the same thing we're talking
he's
about.
reminiscing back to when he was 6 years old. He's taking
Exactly. It's nostalgic. It feels good. It feels at home. It's cool seeing things I used to remember. Like, oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
I was during that time. That was crazy.
Yeah, you can go back
You do
to
the
a
same
video
thing with
game.
music. Yeah.
I feel like that. Like, I like how you're saying, like, go back. Dude, I wish I could go back to when I first went to middle school. When I first transferred to schools in middle school. Because I'm like, I want to go experience, like, with the knowledge now. I was like, dude, like, oh, don't even trip about, like, sitting in the counselor's office and having to lie to him, tell him, like, oh, you know what you want to do with your future. And you just tell him, like, I was like, yo, just tell him straight up, like, I don't know what I want to do. Like, no one ever, like, says, like, it's okay not to know what you want to do.
Yeah.
Like shit like that. I get like that too when I see, like, because I was on Zillow for some stupid reason, and I was like looking back in Cal City about like all this shit. And I looked at my dad's house and I looked at it and I had a weird feeling. I was like, I can never go back there. It's like he still lives there. I could go live there again, but it would never feel like how it is for me living here. Like I can't live there anymore, and I'll feel comfortable. It's such a weird feeling. Most definitely.
Is that nostalgia? I don't know, because nostalgia
Yes,
is
very. That's
but
exactly.
the
You can
nostalgia is
experience-
positive,
You can
though.
experience nostalgia.
It can be positive or
It's
negative.
it's
Yes, it
different.
can.
I don't
No,
think it's
not.
nostalgia. I don't think it's
It
nostalgia.
I don't
is.
think
Because
it
that's
is either.
exactly what it is.
No,
No.
it's because I'm
Because the
not. I'm not.
nostalgia is
It's
mainly.
it's a good feeling. I
Yeah.
feel, but for me, it's more of like it's gone.
Nostalgia
And it's
can be
not-
negative all the time. I remember I used to have that feeling when I was a kid, like, oh my God, summer's over. What about last summer? And I didn't understand the feeling. Now I understand it. It's that feeling of going back. It's like crazy because you're not in that reality anymore. That's, of course, it's nostalgia. It can be negative or positive.
Eh.
All right, go ahead. You're a fucking genius. I forgot. Go ahead. No,
Thank you.
seriously. You're so smart. I forgot. You're so smart.
Nathaniel, you don't have to go emotionally back when you're 9 years old, all right, man? But no, nostalgia is like almost like a sense of like, oh, the nostalgia of that, the nostalgia of the 80s. It's always looked on with a better light. That's not the word for it's like you're almost like grieving it or like something like that. Like that's not the word, but it's something. It's fucking like closer to that.
I think grieving would be the right. Probably the closest
Reminiscing.
Reminiscing is a good term.
Fuck, fuck. I can't remember what it's called. I have it around the tip of my tongue.
Oh, a memory.
It's a memory. It's a memory, but it's fucking.
Yeah, you fucking genius.
Fuck. I don't know. I'll think about it and I'll say it randomly in like fucking 20
I don't know. I don't disagree with what you're saying, Nathaniel. I just don't think what I have is nostalgia because I do have a sense of grief.
But it's a
to
feeling,
it.
right?
No, it's a grieve. I grieve for it. No, it's more
So
of
it's
like
sad.
it's a yeah. It's
So it's an emotion.
It's almost like saying like I wish.
Nostalgia is an emotion.
but that doesn't mean that that's the emotion I feel. Like
Yeah.
it's. I really don't consider it nostalgia. I consider it more of like a harsh realization that this is the life I've chosen, and this is how busy I'm gonna be, and I'll never be. What?
Just say it.
morbid reflection.
Yeah, that's the emotion you felt.
I think that's realism.
Yeah.
Sounds like you're about to call him morbid obese.
Morbid reflection.
What's new? But yeah, that sounds.
That's the
I
word.
think that's just like a heart. That's just like harsh realization.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably the closest term to it, though. Because I like it's such a weird thing to think about. It is a sense of a nostalgia because like you can be reminded of those things from like Anthony going back. It's a little bit of a nostalgic thing, but at the same time, like the feeling you're having isn't a good one towards it.
And you're not living in the now.
There's a
importantly.
sense of nostalgia, but it's. I think that's all. There's a sense of nostalgia to it. But yeah, what did you say that I'm not living in the now?
That's the most important. It's like when you're thinking that way, like in the past or having anxiety about the future, you're not living in the now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think at this moment in my life, I'm living in the now.
Which is healthy. Like
And that's why I'm so focused on everything and nothing else to me matters besides going and doing comedy.
yeah.
Literally, like nothing.
Do you guys not get anxiety about the future at all?
No,
Sometimes, at times.
I get super worried about it.
I stopped.
What do you get anxiety about in the future?
Just everything. Like it could come over me in waves and shit, you know, of like money, this, my family, security, just a bunch of things, and then but I just have to recenter myself and be back in the now. You know what I mean? Like cuz that's like the best place to operate in is the now, you know what I mean?
Right. I think the biggest thing I get anxiety about for the future is probably like failure or whatnot. Because
Yeah.
this is now like being a comic and trying to be in stand up is what I am now. I would be so ashamed if 10 years from now I'm still if I like don't do this anymore and I'm like just some guy working at working at some construction site and I have to go back home and talk to people like so what happened with the comedy thing? I was like, oh, it just didn't work out for me. Like that's why I hate to be that guy to go back and tell people that. Like I'll feel super embarrassed and like that gives me anxiety.
I had like 4 or 5 people or 4 or 5 things happen like that were like pointing towards like someone had like posted a story. It's like, oh man, making a bunch of money being an electrician and then someone was like, hey, so you should go back. They're hiring right now. And like a couple of people said that. And in my head, I'm like, fuck, dude. I could be making so much fucking money right now doing something I'm good at. Or I could fucking do something that I'm losing money on.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's just like, fuck, dude. It's like I could do this, we could do that. By this time we could have this, and then and it's like, but it's like I just need to slow myself down and know that I'm on a good path and just figure it out. You know what I mean?
I talked to my therapist today specifically about quitting my day job because I'm motivated by what you guys are doing and just fucking grinding it out because I have nothing to stop me from that right now.
Uh-huh.
And my day job is getting in the way of doing more things, and I feel like I can reach another level if I quit the day job and I just go solely to gig work on the weekends and doing stand up on the weeknights and doing this kind of shit during the weekdays and doing more shit. I'm like so that's how I'm so like in the now that I don't care about what happens if I quit my job in the future, if I have no savings, if I don't have this or that, all these poor decisions. But I'm just thinking so much in the now that I just want to drop everything and just focus on all of this, because of what you did and what you're doing, like just about the electrician thing. And then, I mean, Nathan, you're still young and you're in college, so I think you should drop out. But, you're going to get a math degree or some shit. But I don't know. That's also what I remembered that I was going to bring up to you guys, that I think I want to like quit because I work in law and I didn't go to school for that. I went to school for writing and theater, which is comedy and now. So I feel like I'd be more satisfied doing that day to day than,
That's something like when I realized that, I was like, what do I want to do more in my life? Do I want to be satisfied, or do I want to be the guy who comes home every day, feels like they gave up on their dream? That's where I felt like my shift was. I was like, when I finally had the self-realization of like, oh, I can just be satisfied and not care. Like it made me realize like the guys like I have a cousin that just surfs and works in a mechanic shop. Happy as fuck. Doesn't make that much money, but he surfs every fucking day.
He's fulfilled.
That's what I was looking for.
That's more important in life. I've always thought that for the longest time. That's more important than happiness is satisfaction and fulfillment.
Yeah.
And being satisfied I'd rather have that than have a bunch of money right now.
And to feel true purpose, like, because that's what I feel now is like I'm not fucking, parting the Red Sea or anything like that, but I feel purpose within myself, and it's like I feel of use, like I mean, yeah, I love it, I mean, like I love this shit, and it's fucking.
I'm glad that there's opportunities around here that we can work on the weekends, and there is comedy here, and we can do this or that, and then we can also get our shows here and there whenever we can get paid.
Right.
It's never a lot, but it's always something, and it's motivating.
It's definitely it's definitely one of those things like when the time is right to like step away from shit.
Yeah, no, think about it. People people quit their jobs and move to LA to pursue something.
Yeah.
We can quit our jobs and still pursue the shit out of something here and give it all we have. And the fruits of our labor might be more than any other city because we're at the ground floor of this beautiful thing at the Well Comedy Club.
Right.
And all the things that we're doing with Bad Neighbor and everything else that's growing in this community. I don't know. I'm just like...
There's definitely a sense of thing where I have to remind myself every day. It's like, it's just a time. Like, just time. Like, I realize, like, today isn't going to be the day we pop. It's going to be years from now.
Yeah, that's our homeboy outside. Shout out Jared. But he was like, yeah, you guys
From
only
Subway?
Yes, I spoke to him.
Some rocker fool who comes to the well now.
Oh, yeah. I know. The guy, yeah.
With like
with the thing?
Yes.
Flock of seagulls?
Yeah. He's real dope to talk to.
Yeah.
And he really supports us. But he brought up yesterday, he's like, it took me forever to find your YouTube account. And once I found it, I saw you guys just had 5 likes. And I was bummed because, I mean, you guys are putting in all this work and doing all this and that. And internally, I was like, I don't care about likes. I don't care if anyone sees it because this is fun, and we're just doing it. And likes and that stuff will come if we get it or not, But it felt good that this outside guy was like, hey, you guys are doing it. So
yeah, he definitely was the guy who came up and was like, that's the first time I ever had someone come up and was like, I see what you guys are doing. Never like
Well,
haven't.
I feel like a
felt that
few
before.
people have come up and said that though, right?
But that guy's like a complete stranger.
Stranger, right.
He's not into the comedy scene, but he like specifically sought out the Bad Neighbor podcast.
Yeah.
He sought out for it and shit like that. So it was like cool. I was like, oh, like some dude who just came into the comedy club like found our podcast.
And what I stressed to him was that, I mean, for me, at least me, and Bad Neighbor, maybe, yes, it's a community. It's all of us. We're just a group of people. I don't want to put myself on a platform or a pedestal more. It's just a fun thing we do, and I have a great time doing it with you guys. I don't like the extra cred. I don't necessarily like the extra cred people give me, and they're like, "You're a comic. I don't want to go talk to you." It's like I don't like feeling like I'm a different person, you know.
Right. But at the same time, I was telling Rivers, I was like, dude, I'm actually like dreading going hanging out with my family.
Why?
I don't like hanging out with people who aren't comics or like are in comedy. It's weird. It sounds so stupid, but it's weird.
I don't care if they're blood. They don't do comedy. I fucking hate them.
It's not even that. It's like,
Yeah.
like Anthony gets it. It's like we were talking about. I was like, I'm hanging out with my family. Like you were telling me about a time. I was like, you're hanging out with your family. I was like, I'm gonna say something, but nobody's gonna get it.
You want to know what's up? I went to that bachelor party.
Uh-huh.
My dad was there. My cousins were there. And then a few other guys. It's the hardest I ever laughed in my entire life.
Oh yeah, but think about it.
They
Like-
should get on stage.
but-
Sundays, try it out.
But think about it. Those people know you're comics. Like you're a comic.
Yeah.
Everybody there knew you were a comic. So
Yeah.
it's like it's okay if you say the most outlandish shit. Everybody's kind of understanding.
You're
what
saying you
comedy
can't say
is.
outlandish shit in front of your family?
I can't because
doubt it.
nobody understands what comedy really is.
I roast the shit
For
out of
me.
my sisters and my father.
Because there's like things like I say it in front of my mom and shit like that, but we have extended family coming. Like, dude, I jokingly will call my mom a bitch. Like, to her, like I'll just like
It's wild.
it's wild, but at the same
White
time,
That's just disrespectful.
Yeah.
it's not. It's, but
So
like
I'll say, hey, mom, you fucking dumb bitch.
I don't
I've
say
seen it.
that.
Hey,
I've
mom.
seen it.
Hey, ma. Ama. You dumb
Mira,
bitch.
mira, mira.
Es pendeja.
I'm saying it's like she gets what like I'm not coming off as like I'm not aggressively calling you with meaning behind it a bitch.
It's a term of endearment.
Yeah, I'm like
Dude, I had a friend that called his mom gorda, so it's like I get it.
yeah.
It's
So
just-
I'm just like doing this thing and like I remember there was a time I said something. I told my mom I was like, "Mom, you so goddamn stupid." I said that and one of her friends got offended. I was like, "If my son ever called me stupid, that'd be the last time I ever talked to him." My mom had to explain. It was like, "This is our relationship."
She's all, listen, you stupid bitch.
yeah.
All right?
Like pretty much was like,
I
look,
do kind of hate that though.
I
like,
hate it.
No, I
hate
hate
it.
the way you talk to your mom.
all right.
No, because my nephews don't say stupid bitch, but
Yeah.
they're three boys and my sister's like 45 and they just roast each other.
Exactly.
And that's not a boundary I would want with my kids. I wouldn't want my kids to roast me and be joking with me like that. And I think I get uncomfortable when I see them call her fat in front of me, you know, or like do fat jokes. Like I think that's what her friend thought of you.
Like what? Give us one of the fat jokes.
Oh damn! A third
you know-
plate, Gorda.
Keep going. I'll think of something.
But like, so I get where you're coming.
Yeah.
from. It's like you're not like doing it like mean, like mom, more hot pockets.
yeah,
kinda.
it's
You're
like
not-
you don't
You're
know
not doing
I'm-
it like a spoiled brat.
Yeah,
you're doing it.
they don't
like-
know I'm doing a bit.
No, but not even a bit. But that's just how you and your mom are.
Yeah.
you know
well,
what I mean? Like-
my version of that is like I will cuss in front of my parents and I will be me. You know, I won't cuss at them, maybe sometimes, but I cuss, and then my siblings don't do any of that. But I'm just more like it's me, it's who I am, guys. Like I cuss.
Right.
It's me. You know, I love my parents. I'm not cussing out of disrespect. It's just how I don't think of language the way you do.
Right.
You know.
I don't like with the way you guys are saying, like, I don't like hanging out with people that aren't comics and shit. Like, I get that. I don't like hanging out with people that aren't you guys. You know what I mean? That if there isn't like something that we're doing, then it's like I don't need to see y'all. You know what I mean? Like we do shit outside of this,
Right.
But other than that, is like I don't really hang out with anybody unless there's a purpose. You know what I mean? I'm not like, hey, you want to come over and fucking watch the new BoJack Horseman? Like. You know what I mean? Like it's not like that. You know.
Me and Marcos had this conversation last week. If one of you guys stopped doing comedy, I'm just being honest, I would stop talking to you but it's not out of no disrespecting. It's just that I don't talk to anyone right now that doesn't do comedy because I have no time to.
Yeah.
I see you guys every day and I hang out with you guys all the time, and that's the way I like it.
Yeah.
But
But we're building towards something.
Exactly. And we're all, it's just the camaraderie with it. That's all, we're doing this together. But if you drop out, I can't sit back and keep tabs on you and say, hey, come out, keep coming back. And that's, I don't know.
Because we're not doing anything that isn't comedy related.
Right.
You know what I mean,
we
do us, like, you know,
We'll
like
do,
you
like,
guys
our
have
team building exercises.
Yeah, like you guys
The
came over
bowling
for
alley.
4th of July
Yeah.
or the bowling alley, or you guys used to come over for dinner and shit like that.
Right.
I want to get back to that. Like, I
Yeah.
love that shit. But
Oh, I loved it too.
at the same time, it's also the same thing of like, we're together as like a unit. You know what I mean? It's like it's almost like how you said, like a team building exercise. Like, yeah, we're doing it as friends, but we're almost like it's both. You know, it's like friends and work at the same time, which is great. I fucking love it, dude. Like,
it's a nice balance.
Did you see that? Did you see that post that I fucking did? My year in comedy came up, and it fucking and it was like my 3rd or 4th time on stage at the Well, and I was like, holy shit, dude. That's fucking crazy that was a year ago.
How many non-comedy people have you hung out with in the last year?
A lot, but I'm also.
All right, you're
yeah.
very
You're
involved
another
with your
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, lots. Like, I've done a lot, but like, they've mixed, you know, like I fucking with like Jimmy Shin and shit like that, you know, like
You've
like
made
circles have intertwined, you know what I mean? And it's fucking crazy, dude. Like, if I could tell the guy a year ago on stage when he came down, I'd be like, hey, and I did halfway decent for a fucking 5th time or something like that, you know, enough to take a fucking stupid picture of it, you know what I mean? And but it was cool. You probably took that picture, honestly.
I don't think I did.
I don't know who would have took it.
Someone there.
Dan, maybe.
I don't know.
Somebody.
Anyways, but
Were you wearing the jean jacket?
no,
The white tee.
That's
That
my
was a great
remembrance
team. That was a
of
great
you.
team. Is the jean
The
jacket?
jean jacket and the Dodger hat. That's all I remember.
That shit was comfortable, dude. That shit's warm. I'm gonna bust that shit out again. But it was cool seeing that, and like, I remember being in that headspace of like how grateful I am just to fucking be here. You know what I mean? And it kind of grounded me again to be back here, and like, you know, 1 year later, and it's like, fuck yeah, dude. Like, so you're doing something. You know what I mean? Like, you're fucking doing something. I don't know what the fuck it is, but it's something, dude.
Think about what you've done this past the entire year.
Yeah, it's fucking dope.
It's been consistent work. No, I'm asking you. It's been consistent work, going to mics, going out of town, constantly doing more and more and more and more and more, and building and building. I love that you say that, because I literally had, like, in therapy today, I thought about just 2 years ago, I was just sitting on my ass wishing, I think I said this earlier, sorry. And now we're here, you know?
Right.
And it just motivates me more that we have this team now, this group of us, and we're just doing it, you know? And then what the fuck is going to happen next year?
But think about this. Like, what I take from you guys is everybody here will sit and be okay with telling somebody, oh, I'm a comedian, I do stand-up. Versus it took for me to hang out with you guys to finally be comfortable to sit and be like, oh, yeah, I'm a stand-up comic. Because for fucking 3 years, I didn't want nobody to know. Because I wasn't doing shit.
Yeah.
I wasn't doing shit. I didn't want people to know. I had the same thing. Like, I didn't want people to come out and be disappointed or anything. Now it's like, now I'm kind of pushing into, like, I'm wanting to do this full
Yeah,
time.
now update your fucking Instagram page, for the love of God. Can we make this a campaign to get Marcos to upgrade his fucking
What am I supposed
Instagram?
to
Maybe
post, a
I
fucking
shouldn't care
selfie?
so much
Yeah.
about your Instagram, but I hate going to it, and your last photo is 2015, dude. Like, and you're at Golf Wang, and you have fucking Igor socks on right now,
know.
dude. You're just a walking Tyler the Creator model. Like, it's just, you're doing blackface with clothes. It's just, please do something. Update it. Post a fucking flyer, dog.
I do, and I
Yeah.
delete them.
Don't, dog.
Yeah.
No, I'm just.
It's kind of
I know.
interesting. Like, every time I look at it, the last time fucking Marcos was posted on Instagram, he was a firefighter. That was the last time.
I wasn't a firefighter. I was doing fire training for the police academy.
Okay.
Wow.
Were you fighting fires?
We were
That's
doing the
so
fire
much
training.
cooler.
So were you fighting fires?
No.
Dude, he has Smokey the Bear on his shirt right now.
Polo, actually. It's Polo Rip. No, it was like
Polo Association.
it was something. Like we had to work. Like we had to put,
Pollo, cabrón.
to get the we had to get certified.
pollo
All right.
asado?
We don't care. Shut up. He's like the certification, fire training, exercise.
It was in 2013, dog. You don't even remember what the fuck it was for, dog. Update your Instagram, okay?
Please, you have headshots now. You and 15 other comedians from Bakersfield have headshots.
You know
from
what my
them.
favorite thing is? I don't know. It'll pop up on my Facebook or it'll pop up on my Instagram, like sponsored ads or people like.
Building the Bad Neighbor account.
No, because I follow this comedian Morgan Anderson, and she's from Sacramento.
Yeah.
We were on a show and we own the Laughs up there at Cobb's, so we follow each other. And she posts a flyer every once in a while, and I always know exactly that it's in Sacramento because the lineup all are Nick Larson headshots.
Oh my god!
And none of them do background remover on it, so it's just 5 fucking white headshots. It's like and I fucking crack up every time. I go, oh, this one's in Sacramento. I go, yep, that's right there.
Oh, Stockton. Oh, of course.
Yeah, yeah, it's so funny.
But think about it. How crazy is it that we all know we all know Nick Larson is the photographer?
Yeah.
Because of that fucking photo.
Yeah.
Oh, easy.
And think about it. It's just like.
I wonder if that's like a thing.
No, well, he
goes to the comedy club there. Like he'll go, he's like, hey, Nick Larson's gonna be here, and people pay him like
100, like what we paid him probably
a little less because he's doing 50 of them.
Think so?
Maybe not
Yeah.
50 of them, but
Yeah.
15 of them. You know what I mean?
All I
Yeah.
know is he pays his bills almost doing that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's dope.
It's an easy lick, dude.
It's nice.
lick.
easy. Hey, we should be photographers.
Low key, dude.
Hey, we should get a laptop for a Bad Neighbor.
We should.
That's the next move.
We should talk about it after the show.
I brought it up like 3 weeks ago.
No, I did research since then.
It's not a bad
Not
idea,
a bad
right?
idea, and I think it'll relieve a lot of stress, and we can use it for a lot of shit.
Yeah, exactly.
I think we need.
I even said an iPad. An iPad would not be terrible.
I think we need a laptop and some SDDs. Those
Yeah.
Samsung ones that I have.
Like passports.
Yeah, hard drives, external hard drives.
like
I
passports.
think we need a travel van, and we also need a popcorn machine. Thank you.
I like the van. Dude. I'm so in on a fucking van.
I'm more in on the popcorn machine.
I'm more. I'm in on both.
Is that what is
Oh, my pot pie's done.
that? Your Marie Kondo.
Was that your oven?
Is that 30 minutes or an hour?
It's an hour.
All right.
Let's finish up with one of these. Steve Fury.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, Steve Fury.
Steve Fury, guys. We have a show here in Bakersfield, August 27th.
Yeah.
This Saturday.
What?
This Saturday.
It's
Yeah.
not this Saturday. It's
Yeah,
When
no,
it gets released,
when this
when it
is
gets
released, it'll
released.
be this Saturday.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
This Saturday, yeah, at the Well Comedy Club. It's gonna be $10 or $10 on the line, 15 at the door, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a fucking fun show, dude. People who don't know, Steve actually opened for Bert on the Birdie Boy Relapse tour for a while. He was like on the bus tour and shit like that. So he's fucking he's vetted, well known from Sacramento.
He's on a podcast with Saul Trujillo.
Yeah.
Who was just
here?
Yeah, he was just here last night at the Well Comedy
Funny.
Club. Hilarious. Yeah, it's we're all going to be on the lineup. Maybe a couple special guests. We'll see.
Possibly, but for sure, everybody you see on this podcast is going to be on that flyer, and they're going to be performing.
And if you've seen us before, we'll have different material. I mean, it's been a minute since. I mean, me and whoever the host, I think me and Marcos might co-host it. We usually, if you've seen us do material on stage hosting, it's usually just like improvised crowd work type stuff. So we have a good time and we take our shirts off. Come check that out, and then Julian's will be on the lineup. I think Julian's probably going to feature.
Julian is gonna be the
feature middle, right? In case because Steve might bring his own guy.
if he
Yeah.
does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so feature middle is gonna be dope. I'm gonna definitely try and get my peoples out there, man.
Yeah,
It's
and
gonna
then
be a
Nate.
fun show.
Anyone that's been asking me, they go, "Oh, when's your next show? When's the next show?" Because people have been asking. I'm like, August 27th.
I got a few Chipotle friends coming over.
That's right.
Hell yeah.
Should be a lot of fun. They'll bring.
And
chips
please
or
try to
something.
buy them online.
Yeah.
Like it's so fucking
Yeah.
buying at the door.
It's cheaper. It's cheaper.
It's cheaper, and I kind of love it when people buy at the door, but at the same time, it gets stressful because I don't get an accurate count of
Yeah,
the people we
so
have.
so save Marcos fucking having an anxiety trip and having to take mushrooms and nearly ruining the show, and buy your tickets in advance,
No, I'd
please.